Hello everybody, my name is Page, and today I'll be looking at Lego set 75301 Lego Star Wars Luke Skywalker's X-Wing Starfighter. And it contains 4 minifigures, of which I believe these two are exclusive to the set. It could be that those two are, but about the minifigures. By the way, the set it was released in 2021. It retails for €50. That's also what I got it for. I got mine new, so it's a complete set. About minifigures, let's get into those. So, for the minifigures, we have the pilot Luke Skywalker, R2-D2, Yan Dodana, a general of the Republic of the Rebellion, and Princess Leia. Let's start with Luke Skywalker, the main figure of the set. Well, you can see his visor, it's back again to the way where it's printed and not an actual piece where the glass goes over his head. Also, his lightsaber, mine is without any bubbles, which is pretty great. Also, the printing, it's really good, this guy. Like, it's really sharp, you can see anything. Also, the back printing, I quite like this one. You can, however, see his alternate face gleaming through here, which is fine. I get used to it. For his helmet printing, you get regular rebellion marks in the red color, and he also has a secondary face with his visor a bit up, and this is what it looks like. You can barely see it, but maybe even for the better. Let's look. Let's go on to the next one. This is General Yan Dodana. I'm probably mispronouncing it. Don't say it's exact. He has a silver pistol, which you don't see much. Pretty great one. Also, it's printing for a figure I do not remember at all from any of the movies, but he must have been in there. Otherwise, why would they include it? But for such a minor character, he has pretty great printing. It's not the most normal. He also has a secondary face. Oh wow, it doesn't focus. Yeah, there it is. Where he looks a bit more. We have Princess Leia, and it's one with a skirt piece, and it's really accurate. It looks like the actress. Also, the secondary face. It's a bit angry. It's less like the original character, but it still fits his face. Also has a small pistol, and I believe this is a great minifigure to have, especially in the set. I didn't have one already, so to get a Leia, it's pretty great. And as for last minifigure, or Astromech Droid, we have R2-D2. This is the same. Well, it's R2-D2. It's nothing different. You can see, however, that my top line, it's a bit blurry, or blurry, it's bubbly, so you can see it moves up and down, which isn't that good, but it's alright, I guess. You can move up and down, and well, that's everything for R2-D2. So let's get into the X-Wing itself. And here we have it. And it's pretty long. First of all, if you compare it to a minifigure, you can kind of see how long it is. But first of all, I thought it would be smaller, especially with the price decrease that it has compared to the previous ones, which were, if I'm not mistaken, about 90, which is also why this is the only X-Wing I have. I was not feeling, I didn't like buying a set which is €90, and it's just a personal starship. It's a personal starfighter. That was expensive. €50 is way more acceptable for that. And I've seen some other comparisons, and where the older ones were just like this much longer, maybe even less. So for that, this better alternative, but I will get into that later. So it's surprisingly big for the price. But let's get into the vehicle itself. First of all, the things you want to see most is probably the exterior. Then we'll get into the action feature right here. But you get a lot of stickers. I'm not really against stickers. I am against stickers when they peel off, like here with my Destiny Bounty. Sad to see that. But these stickers have stayed on pretty well, and I hope they will. If they do stay on well, then I'm pretty fine. But as I say, they don't all stay on well. Like here. You can see they kind of peel a bit. And that's because it's in the instructions it said to put them on the curvy parts. This does, however, make them peel up, and that's too bad. If I knew that, I wouldn't have done it on the bendy parts and just moved it up, but then it wouldn't be centralized like it is right now. Okay, the middle one isn't really that centralized, but you get my point. So it's something which I don't like with stickers. In that case, I would have said keep it to prints, like this amazing cockpit piece. This is an amazing print, and I quite like that they have gone for this piece and not the older one. This looks way better, Lego. Thank you for improving that a while ago. And as for the back, it's the iconic back part, and it looks really good, like really good. But let's go into the feature, or yeah, let's go into the feature. You see this big gray part, and if you press it, you can see the wings, they flap open, and if you put it back down, they close. So it's really hard to film like this, but when you open them, then you have to it's really hard to show, because the moment when I start putting it down, it folds back. But you can see it's a really good axe. And I was gonna make a point on where if you shake it, the wings, they fall down. But after rebuilding it in my speed build video, they don't. So I must have done something wrong initially. But it's really great to have him put like this, and to have it be like this. And when you put it back down to have it close, I'm not against it. I quite like it. It's just, be wary of that, because it can be like, if you want to pose it in having gas foils, the wings open, then you need to have it like suspended a bit, or take out these pieces, and I am sure it would look less good. So it would look worse. So be wary of that. But later page here. I totally forgot to mention that there was another action feature. There, on the other side, you can see 2 spring-loaded shooters. It's nothing much, but whilst flying, you can shoot them by pressing up. So you down below and press them up. That one landed right next to me. Maybe the next one. No, I don't. Oh, there it is. So you also have 2 spring-loaded shooters. Don't forget that. Back to the video. Let's get some minifigures in here. First of all, let's get R2-D2 in the back. I'm just one of the outer panels, so I'm moving it. You can see he is quite high up, but it's something which eventually can't be avoided anymore. You do need to take the lightsaber off, however, which is, well, you could have put it, well, putting it somewhere else, I don't know if it's really that better, or if it's better even. As you can see, for the interior, by the way, which I haven't looked at, it's a smooth tile with just a part where you can slide his feet in, and it has a printed console. Or is it printed? Yeah, it's printed. I forgot. let's get him in here. And this is what I really like to see. Having him laying in there, it's more laying than sitting upright. But I'm fine with that. And it looks really good. Now, for the underside, sorry R2D2, it will balance on your head. You can see there's landing gear. First of all, these under the wings are to make sure that it folds back out. And you have one here in the front. And you can't retract them, but you can take it off and you can say, well, now it's retracted. Which, yeah, I get it. But it does mean that if you want to have it flying, you need to, well, you should probably take them off to have it more accurate in the flying way. But for the underside, it doesn't look that bad. You have this great plate, which is like the worst thing to see from the underside. From the underside. But it's not bad. And for the colors, it looks really good with the dark red colors. And like the yellow stickered lines, they're not pieces. I think in the older versions they were pieces to get a color. But nonetheless, let's get into my final thoughts. So, for my final thoughts. First of all, the minifigures. They're amazing. Although I don't really know that character, it is still a rebel to add on to my display. And that's pretty good. What I also quite like with the minifigures is it's 4. And comparing it to another starfighter or starship released about half a year later with Boba Fett's, in that case, starship, but it's still the Slave One, which only had 2. So, therefore, this is pretty great to get 4. Although you can kind of say R2D2 doesn't count, but still you get 3. And I quite like that. What I do think the set is missing, and most X-Wings are missing, is just like a little yellow ladder to go up to the cockpit. To have them step or walk into the cockpit. And, well, I don't see them doing it anytime soon, but I would really like it. However, what I don't like about the set is this part. These back engines, or outputs more, they kind of sag a bit. And although it's not that bad, especially now because I just rebuilt it, but you will see that they're kind of getting droopy. I like the word. Also, I was going to complain about how the wings, when you shake it, when you're holding it, but it doesn't do it anymore, so I probably solved the problem unintentionally. But that's like everything. All my gripes with this set are they have a bit saggy parts because the previous versions they had like rubber bands, but they also had a complaint because they would be harder to flip open. It's just a simple press of a button, like a kid could do it. And the other ones, they were like, yeah, you need to put some pressure to fold them open. So in that case, this is better. You can see how it sags, but I quite like that, and therefore I don't really have any complaints about this set. Like, I would love to see an extra additional staircase to get up to the ship, but not having it isn't that bad. And even the price, I don't mind the price of €50, because when I went up to the store I asked how expensive is it. They said 50, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna buy it, because I thought it would be more expensive. So that's all I have to say. Please check out the speed build of this set and many others. I'll also be putting out reviews of the other speed build sets, the speed builds I have out there. My voice still isn't that great, but it was really bad, and I'm getting back to the reviewing part. But thank you for 10 subscribers. I was gonna say we're almost at 20, and maybe we can get to 50 by the end of March or something. That would be pretty nice. And that's all I have to say. So check out my videos and leave a like if you liked the video. Maybe subscribe while you're at it. And we'll see each other in the next video. Goodbye.